Hey everyone, hope you're well. Alright then, today we're going to finish up with having a look at how to play the solos to Coming Back to Life by David Gilmour and Pink Floyd with the rather longish outro solo to the track. Already put up tutorials for the intro solo and the main solo to this one, and you can find them both linked down below in the description box if you'd like to check those out as well. We are in standard tuning for this one, and we'll be working in the key of C major. However, we'll be doing most of our soloing in the relative minor boxes of A minor, here at the 5th fret position and the 12th fret position, using the A natural minor scale. Same notes as the C major, but a bit more lick-friendly, I suppose, than the major scale. You will notice, however, that he's highlighting and starting and stopping and whatnot a heck of a lot on many of the C root notes within the A minor scale, here, here, and here, which of course is a must when you're soloing in the relative minor of a major key. But regardless, let's get started with this one. I want to show you the chords of the final chorus before we start, because he plays a little lick, this little lick here. Before the solo proper starts. I want to show you where that comes in. So the chords for the chorus are A minor, up to F major, back to A minor, up to A sharp major, back to A minor, up to G major, down to C major. So those are the chords of the chorus. Now when he goes to that A sharp major is when he plays that lick. So it's a couple of pull-offs, 13 to 10 of the high E and then 13 to 10 of the B. Back onto the 13 of the B for a little full step bend release, and then you're going to do like a 6 count and before dropping off to the 12 of the B. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And you're going to grab that 12, let it sit for very briefly, and then raise the pitch slowly a half step, and when you get it exactly to pitch, you give it another pick. 3, 4, 1, 2. Little vibrato never hurts either. And then we're into the main solo proper, which starts like this. Sliding into 14 of the D down to 12 of the G. Now we're going to slide again back into that 12 of the G and grab 14. And then you're going to go 13, 15 of the B string. Now you're going to pick that 15 again and then slowly raise it up a full step. And when you get it right to pitch, you're going to pick it again. You can add a little bit of nice even vibrato to that note as well. And then we're into this. 7 of the D down to 5 of the G, into 3 full step bends on the 7th fret of the G, picking the first 2 but not the 3rd one. And then the 3rd one you're going to release very quickly off to the 5th fret of the G string, grab that 7 of the D very briefly, and then back to 5 again. It's a very quick little pull off, grab that 7 and then back to 5. And then we're into this. So we've got 3 little bends here, all on the 7th fret of the G string. Quick one. Down to 6, on to 8 of the B string for a double hit. back up to another quick little bend at that 7th fret of the G. I got a little buzz on my 8th fret, sorry about that. And then off to a double hit at 5, up to 7 of the D, and then back to 5. And one final bend on the 7 and kill it. Kill it with your right hand, the side of your right hand. So that's that lick, and up to that point, and now we're into this little section here. Now he's got a little D shape here at the 12th fret position, which is a C chord, because you move that up 2 spots, that's a D, so move it back 2 places, it's a C. But it's a little D shape at the 12th fret, and he's kind of just vamping on that. Now, there is a pattern to what he's doing, and it's good to think of it as like 3 little chunks. This being the first one. This being the second one. This being the third one. Grabbing that 15th fret of the high E with your pinky to finish that one up. And, if you get the melody of what he's doing here, I don't need to go into detail of this, because it's kind of just vamping, right? But if you get the melody going in your head, it's a lot easier to remember it. Kind of like this. You see what I mean? One more time. And then you're going to go back off to that little D shape again. Do that one more time. So up to that point. And then we're into this little part. So we're grabbing a double stop at the 15th fret. We're going to slide it into 17, do a little down, up on that 17, slide it back to 15. Hit that again, bounce off to the 13, 12 of the B and the E, and then drop your pinky on 15 again. Kind of like that. That is about the trickiest part of the whole solo, that. Back into the little D shape. Do that one more time. And then one final hit of the chord. And then one final hit of the chord with your pinky on 15. And that is that whole little section. So I hope that was clear. I'm going to run through it one more time, nice and slow. And I'm going to sing along, because you want to get the melody of it in your head. Got it? And then we're into this. So we're grabbing the 17th fret after coming out of that little vamping section there. 2 full step bends, 2 step and a half bends, big bends here at the 17th fret. And the second one you're going to release off to 15. You're going to bend it again and release it again into a little trill between 15 and 17. And then you're going to do that little trill, then you're going to grab 17 back to 15. (17) of the B before going back to 15 of the E. Now we're going to go back up to the 17 of the B and finish that little lick up like that. So you're going to go 17 back to 15, slide it back to 13, back onto 15, double hit at 13, double hit at 12, and then a double hit at 14 of the G. Okay, so that whole little bendy section there. And then we're into this. All on the 12s and 14s, except on the 12 and 13 of the B. We're going to go 14 down to 12 from the G to the B, and then a full step bend at 13. And then a couple of little trill pull off here, 12, 13. That's that little lick. Little bend at 14 off to like a triple hit there on the 12 of the G. Into this. Just going right down the scale. 14, 12, 14, 12, 13 of the B. And that's that lick. So let's put all that together from the big, big bends. And then we're into this. Little bend at 14, off to 12. Up to 14 of the D. Double hit at 12 of the D, double hit at 10 of the D. And then we're going to repeat this little lick 3 times. So double hit at 10, 12, 10 of the A. Back onto 10 to finish it up, and then a quick bend and kill at 12. That's a full step. And before we move on, let's run through that whole little section, putting it all together. Oh, I should mention, when you're doing those little double hits, from 12 to 10 on the D string, little mutes in between them. You know, little mutes. And then we're into this. Going right down the D string on the scale. Triple hit at 10, back to a double hit at 9, little trill between 10 and 9, 7 back to 5, hammer back onto 7, release it back off to 5, into this. Sliding 7 back to 5 of the A, back to 3, 5, 3, 5 of the low E. All right, and then we're into this. So we're going to grab a double stop on the 7th fret of the B and the G string. Back it off to the 5, double stop on the 5s, grab the 7th fret of the G, give it a double pump, And then you're going to give it a 1.5 bend before releasing it off to 5. All right, and that's coming out of this. Got it? One more time. Into this. Little blues lick. Bend at 7, grab the 5 to 8 of the B. Back to 5, back into another bend. And then you're going to go off to 5 after that bend, and then you're going to go up to 7, and you're going to go back and forth twice. 5 to 7, 5 to 7. Now we're going to roll up to the 7 of the A string. Do the same thing we kind of did before, slide back to 5, then off to 3, and then we're going to do triple hammer-ons from 3 to 5. And then we're going to go 3, 5 of the low E, down to the 3 of the A. So that whole little section. You may even be hitting that note twice, or 3 times. I'm not 100%. All right, then we got this little lick here that closes out the solo, and it goes something like this. And that little section there is played very loosely, but we've got a double stop here on the 8th fret of the B and the E, and we're sliding into 10, sliding back to 8. Now we're going to move down to 3 and do the same thing from 3 to 5 back to 3. Into this. Now he's kind of playing this like all double stops, like hitting 2 strings at the same time. These are the notes. But he's playing more than 1 string. Right? Except for the final 2. See what I'm doing there? So. Now when you grab that, when you finish up there on that 5th fret of the D string, you're going to immediately down here and grab a couple of double stops at the 5th fret of the G and the B. Kind of like that, with little mutes in between. And then you're going to go 5, 7, 5, 7, 5 from the G to the D, back to the G. And the final lick is a lick that we already played earlier. And that finishes the solo. Same as we played in the middle of the solo. Bend at 7, down to 6, onto a double hit at 8 of the B. Back into another bend at 7, back to a double hit at 5. Up to 7 of the D, and finish on a double stop on the D and the G string at the 5th fret. Or you can hit the whole C major chord right there, including the B string. So that is how you play that one. And so let's take it nice and slowly, right from the middle of the solo. The big bendy section there with those big 1.5 bends. And that is that. That is how you play the outro solo to Coming Back to Life by David Gilmour. And I certainly hope that helped you out. Were you looking to learn this classic? Well, it's not really a classic David Gilmour solo. It's one of his more beloved solos, but it's not one of his more high-profile solos, I guess. But great David Gilmour solo nonetheless. And if that helped you out, please drop me a subscribe and hit that like button. All these little things that help my channel to grow. And I hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may be. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.